For half a century, the moon has hung in our sky as a silent witness. It has been a symbol of a past triumph, a place we once visited and then left behind. The grainy images of Armstrong and Aldrin are etched into our collective memory. They represent a golden age of exploration, a time of bold ambition and daring adventure. But that era, the Apollo era, came to a close. The lunar dust settled. For decades, humanity's gaze shifted to low Earth orbit, to space shuttles and the International Space Station. The moon remained a distant, beautiful, but seemingly forgotten world. Now, that is all changing. We are standing on the precipice of a new dawn. A fresh chapter in the story of human space exploration is being written. This is not a simple repeat of past glories. This is something far more profound. We are not just going back to the moon. We are going back to stay. This new era is called Artemis, and at its heart is the Lunar Gateway. So, why are we returning to the moon? The world has changed immensely since the last Apollo astronaut kicked up lunar dust in 1972. We face different challenges and possess far more advanced technology. The reasons for our return are therefore more complex and compelling than ever before. The moon holds secrets to the history of our own planet and the formation of the solar system, locked away in its ancient rocks and craters. It is a perfectly preserved record of 4.5 billion years of cosmic history. The permanently shadowed craters near the lunar poles contain vast quantities of water ice. This ice is not just a scientific curiosity, it is a vital resource that could change the future of space travel. Water is the key ingredient for long-term survival in space. It can be used for drinking, for growing plants, and for providing breathable oxygen. Crucially, it can also be split into hydrogen and oxygen, the primary components of rocket fuel. The moon could become the galaxy's first off-world petrol station. Beyond science and economics, the moon serves as the perfect training ground for Mars. The red planet is a far more challenging destination, much further away, with a round trip taking years instead of days. The moon provides a relatively close yet challenging environment to test our systems and perfect our techniques before we commit to the long journey to Mars. This new era of lunar exploration is not a solo quest. Unlike the space race of the 20th century, the Artemis program is built on international collaboration. NASA is leading the charge, but with partners from Europe, Asia, and the Americas all contributing their expertise, technology, and resources. This spirit of cooperation is embodied in the Artemis Accords, promoting peaceful, safe, and transparent space exploration with dozens of countries creating a unified coalition. The Artemis generation is made up of people from all walks of life, united by a shared passion for discovery and a desire to push the boundaries of human potential. So, what exactly is this Lunar Gateway? Imagine a small space station, but not like the International Space Station. The Gateway is different, designed for a much more remote and challenging environment. It will not orbit the Earth. Instead, it will orbit the moon, becoming humanity's first permanent outpost in deep space, hundreds of thousands of kilometers further from home than any human has lived before. In the Apollo era, missions were direct flights. The Gateway allows for a marathon approach, providing a permanent base of operations in lunar orbit where astronauts can prepare for descent to the lunar surface. Think of it like the base camps used by mountaineers climbing Everest. The Gateway serves a similar purpose. It is our high-altitude base camp for the moon. The first two modules to form the Gateway's foundation are the Power and Propulsion Element, or PPE, and the Habitation and Logistics Outpost, known as HALO. These will be launched together on a SpaceX Falcon Heavy and will spend about a year establishing themselves in lunar orbit. The PPE uses solar electric propulsion, creating a gentle but continuous thrust that can maintain the Gateway's unique orbit for over 15 years, using just a fraction of the propellant a chemical system would require. The HALO module provides the initial living and working space, essentially a small studio apartment in lunar orbit with all essential life support systems. Life aboard the Gateway will be meticulously planned and busy. A typical day begins not with sunrise, but with an alarm from mission control. The crew will gather for breakfast and the daily planning conference with flight controllers, outlining critical tasks and experiments. The working day includes maintenance, science, and preparation. They'll spend hours tending to complex systems and conducting experiments from operating lunar rovers to analyzing geological samples. Physical fitness is non-negotiable. Each astronaut will spend around 2 hours daily exercising to combat the effects of weightlessness on muscles and bones. The Gateway's ultimate purpose is to serve as a staging post for humanity's journey to Mars. The Mars-bound deep space transport will be assembled in lunar orbit, using the Gateway as its construction yard. The Gateway could serve as a refueling depot, potentially using propellants manufactured from lunar water ice. This makes the Gateway the galaxy's first off-world petrol station. The Gateway opens possibilities for a new class of scientific missions, serving as a launch point for advanced probes destined for the furthest reaches of our solar system. It provides an ideal base for asteroid science and planetary defense, dispatching probes to study multiple asteroids and serving as a staging ground for deflection technologies. The long-term vision is for the Gateway to evolve into a permanent, bustling hub that unlocks the economic and scientific potential of the entire solar system. It's the seed from which a self-sustaining human presence can grow, transforming our relationship with the Moon from visitation to settlement. As we stand on the threshold of this new era, the Lunar Gateway represents more than an engineering project. It's a symbol of our renewed commitment to exploration. The Gateway is our first permanent home in deep space, our stepping stone to Mars, and our bridge to the stars. It is the outpost that changes everything, heralding the moment that humanity truly began its journey into the vast, beautiful, and limitless expanse of the cosmos. The adventure is just beginning,